Hi, welcome to my lessons. We will be discussing Writing Part 3 SPM Paper 1119. Do you know how to write a good story? Hey guys, I'm Madam Mona. Today, I will share with you on tips and tricks on how to write a story. What is story? Story is an account of imaginary or real person and event told. It can tell an experience. It can be a description. It also can be an actions. It is important to make readers to come to real life. In this video, I'll be focusing on the format of writing a story, Paper 2, Part 3, Question 5. The length should be between 200 to 250 words. The duration of the time is about 40 minutes. It should be an interesting title.
The sample question. Can you write a story for our new magazine series? Your story must begin with the sentence, "As Mark was about to throw away the old bottle, he saw that there was a piece of paper inside it." Your story must include a message, a surprise.
There are 5 elements of story. First, plot. Second, settings. Third, the characters. 4, conflicts. 5, resolutions. Let us begin with the first point. Let us move to the first element of story. Plot. What is plot? Plot is a storyline. Plot is an organization. Plot tells an interesting flow of a story. Plot tells how story begins and ends. Plot consists of the sequence of events. For example, if your story is about a message in a bottle, can you imagine a story based on a very enjoyable experience that you encountered before and put in your own words? Let's move to second element. Settings. What is setting? Setting of a story is the time and place in which it happens. It can be a description of landscape, scenery, weather, and atmosphere. For example, an isolated island, a beautiful town, a calm blue sea. What makes a good storyline? A good storyline can describe the weather, the crowd, and their activities. It also focuses on the overall atmosphere. You can use 5 senses: sight, hearing, smell, taste, touch in your descriptions. This will bring your story to life. Now, let us see some examples.
The warm wind was blowing lightly around him, sending his hair in different directions. He can smell the humid sea air. His ship, his crew, was lost in the mysterious and violent maelstrom. A bee started to growl in the bushes nearby. Giant wings fluttered above his head.
Next, let us move to the next element. Characters. A character is a person involved in a story. Characters serve as the driving force in your story. The characters create and push your plot forward. The main character is the person who is impacted by the plot. For example, The story is about the message in a bottle. The person who encountered the message will be the main character of the story. We will also have minor characters. These are the other characters in a story that still play a large part in a story. Let's move to the descriptions of the characters. The purpose of good descriptions of characters is to actually allow the reader to build a fully formed picture in their mind. It is important to attract the reader's attention and allow the reader to picture the persons in their mind. For example, what are they wearing? Where are they going? How do they carry themselves? And what is happening in the scene?
Fearless and brave, Mark instructed his crew to turn the ship around. He boldly jumped into the dark, cold hold, and the moment he opened his eyes, he was served with a surprise. His crew was confused and turned Jackdaw around. To Mark's disbelief, tears in his eyes. How to start your essay. Describe weather or atmosphere. Use 5 senses. A. Sight, the golden sand. B. Hearing, the seagulls screeching. C. Smell, the humid sea air. D. Taste. E. Touch. Describe setting and describe background info. For example, as Mark was about to throw away the old bottle, he saw that there was a piece of paper inside it. Instantly, flashbacks started to play in his mind on how he got to the Pentis Island in the first place. He still remembers the golden sand of the beach. The warm wind was blowing lightly around him, sending his hair in different directions. He can smell the humid sea air and hear the seagulls screeching. The rising action of the story. If he had listened to his wife's plea just before he set sail, he would not have been in this situation. His ship, his crew, all was lost in the mysterious maelstrom that suddenly appeared in their journey. He was constantly looking for a way home. He found a clue leading to a way out and found out the treasure he was looking for was none other than an empty bottle.
The next important element in the story is conflict. What is conflict? Conflict is a problem that is being resolved. Conflicts provide tension in any of the story, and it is used to drive the story forward. It involves challenges and resolutions.
He snapped out of his flashback, took a closer look at the bottle that he was about to throw into the dark abyss in front of him. As the beast started to growl in the bushes nearby, giant wings fluttered above his head. He opened the bottle and found a message. Into the abyss you go in a single breath. Never come back, or you will surely face death. He had no time to think about the message, as the beast drew nearer and nearer. He jumped boldly into the dark, cold hole, and the moment he opened his eyes, he was served with a surprise.
The next element is the resolutions. It is part of the story when the conflict resolved. It is also when the story ends.
The moment he opened his eyes, he was served with a surprise. "You are right, Captain," said a familiar voice. He recognized the voice. It was his first mate's voice, Alex. He let out a sigh of relief and bellowed, "Turn the jackdaw around, lads. We set sail another day." His crew was confused and turned Jackdaw round. He gazed upon the horizon and smiled, for he managed to escape to the Pentis Island. The conclusion. Mark had learned a lesson to always believe in himself. He needs to take control of thoughts and feelings so that he is able to reach his peak state. He needs to have the confidence in his abilities.
That's all from me. Hope you enjoy my video. Thank you. I'm Madam Mona.